go, folks. One of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to Death Valley, the home field of the Clemson Tigers. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Tigers will kick this away to get us going. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. On first down, it's play action. Caught behind the line. It's Hill. The defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards, get those first downs.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the out route. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
They'll try the ground game here. They make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense.
That's what you like to see early in this game, especially on the road. Chunk plays like this really have a big impact on a game, especially when you're on the road, hostile environment, imposing your will on the defense on the first drive of the game.
Looking to throw it on first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and of course, most recently, Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
The sure hands. It's Williams. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his fourth down. Great job here by the D.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And he's got it, no problem. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle it at the 11-yard line. The shotgun handoff here. Both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Locates the tight end. It's complete. He's stopped, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
One of the areas that separates good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offense is on third down passing plays. And that was a perfect call and really well executed.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Short throw complete to the tight end. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain getting closer to midfield.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking to throw yet again. It's an out route. The catch made. Right down. It crosses midfield to the 46.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. He's past the marker and still going. Finding space at the 20. And he'll finally step out of bounds after a massive gain.
You talk about a headache for a defensive coordinator. You got to plan around that kind of speed and discipline and elusiveness from a quarterback like this. Man, it creates nightmares that this defensive coordinator, I'm sure, dealt with.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Smith. Has a path to the end zone. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Tigers. But they were backed up to start the drive. It's some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. No doubt they're thinking touchdown this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. That's caught. It's Hill. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. The pass rush closing in. And they trap him for a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. A short completion to the tight end.
Well, the quarterback's got to be much more cognizant of the line to gain. If you're going to leave it short, at least do it on their side of the field.
The Nittany Lions will bring their punt team on the field now. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds the man open on the right side downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Pulls it in. It's Hamilton. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Looking to pass here on second down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. And they stop it at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. In the clear at the 25. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Hill. Jukes, the defender, gets brought down after a solid gain. In the Nittany Lions looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
An important third down attempt for this offense. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Clutch conversion on third there. Sets him up first down from the 31.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Trying to get the throw off. That's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Catch made on the right side. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a quick job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw to his receiver. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The Nittany Lions will line up to boot it away. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. They pressure him and sack him. They tackle inside the 10.
And the first play of this drive is a big sack for this defense. These are exactly the kind of plays that can kill a drive before you even get to 3rd down. You cannot allow a big sack to start a drive like this.
2nd down and long from the 9-yard line. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man.
That is a close call. Almost brought down inside his own end zone for a safety. He's fortunate to be able to get out of there and avoid the safety.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Catch made over the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
With such tough field position, at least you get some positive yards to give your punter a little bit more room. And who knows, maybe he can flip the field for you.
And the Tigers will line up to punt it away. And he's able to get the boot away. He'll field it close to midfield. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. The pocket breaking down. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. Second down after that previous play. Wants to throw it. And that pass falls incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nice throw, caught for a completion. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Boy, they get some big yards here on 3rd down, but they're still going to be short, so it'll bring up a 4th down and a big decision for this offense.
The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This one will be fair caught. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Now here's the toss play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, a great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaks loose at the 15. And he will make the 1st down. Tackled at the 26.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against a pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. Great move there. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
1st down. Looking to throw the football. Looking downfield near the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the 1st down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? receiver now before the snap. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
Well, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looking for the wideout. Very tight coverage. It's incomplete on the deflection.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Team score. Kirby knew this guy was a dangerous returner. Took the football and just knifed through that coverage team.
You know, a lot of times when we talk about vision, usually we're talking about running backs trying to find a lane. But returners need to have that as well. And you just saw how great vision allows this returner to kind of weave his way through the defenders for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. He has first down yardage at the 46.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Takes the handoff. It's Hill. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane. Pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down, looking to throw it. And looking for a big play here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Deflected, and the defense forcing the incompletion, brings up fourth down. And the Nittany Lions will send the punt team onto the field. Punt lands at the 6, but heads into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. The back's got it. Great cut there. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down. The Tigers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. First down, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Looking to scramble. He bought some time, now lets it go. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. He's running out of time here. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. Gets into space at the 50. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. This will likely be the last play of the half. Here comes a handoff. Running with purpose. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to get the second half going. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They're fortunate to have the lead at the break with those pass protection problems. Let's see if they can clean that up here in the third quarter. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. Breaks loose at the 40. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. Inside the 20. They tackle him all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
Handoff from the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that first and second level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
They're going to run the option. Pitches to the back. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the corner. They'll stop him for a loss.
There you go. Love to see the willingness of a corner who's not just out there to cover, but he's a complete corner. That's what he just displayed, an ability to come up, took the pitch on, and that's a loss for the offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Moves out of the pocket. He'll throw it now. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Tigers line up with a first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 7. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Running out of time in the pocket. Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
If you're going to throw the ball this close to your own goal line, you got to go to the quick game to get the ball out fast to give your quarterback a chance. Otherwise, consider running the football. Something different from sitting back and holding the ball and giving the defense a chance to come up with a big sack.
Grab down the middle. It's Hamilton. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's 4th down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And that one's straight down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Trying to find room. It's Hill. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Looking for a receiver. He'll take a deep shot here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the offense declines the penalty after the big play. Offense comes up on 1st down with new life thanks to that holding penalty on 3rd down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. That's the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
After 2nd effort, he's brought down, but is past the marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. Pulls it in. It's Hill. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Looking to throw again. Delivers quickly to the left side. He makes the grab. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a 1st down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
The Nittany Lions looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. The ball is loose near the goal line. Defense picks it up on the run. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. So in this possession, a couple things in play. Can they add to the lead and maybe, as importantly, milk the clock? And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. And it's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he drops back in the gun. Looking deep down the right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, that is a great throw, but first, man, let's give all the credit to that offensive line. How long did he have back there in the pocket? Seems like 3 or 4 seconds to be able to navigate and figure out where to go with the ball, and he put it right on the money.
Pitch play to the back. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved catching passes. That's tough to stop. Now we're set to start the final quarter of play here. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, they've had a great rhythm throughout this drive, over 70 yards on the drive, but now an incompletion, and it brings up a big 4th down to see if they can keep this going.
Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start with the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Frustration in the last drive. They moved it into plus territory, but coughed it up. Can't afford that down on the scoreboard now. Grabbed by the receiver. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That pass is caught. They bring him down at the 45, and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
1st and 10 now for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
And this pass is on target, caught. They make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And the Nittany Lions looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw again. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Press coverage now from the secondary. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And they get the completion. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They cap the drive with 6 points.
Number 82.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the 2-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They love to produce some points and build this lead, but also work on the clock here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into open space. He's in the clear. They make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Play action here on first down. Caught quickly. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense tried to catch the defense napping by getting the ball to the big tight end, but they weren't fooled at all.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
At the 10-yard line. Coming up, fourth down.
Here comes fourth down. Now look at this. They line up in the Wildcat formation. Makes the read. A running play called on fourth down. Touchdown, Clemson. They continue to roll up the score.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. The pocket breaking down. Quick completion to the tight end. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. And the pass is incomplete. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. How you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Send the back in motion. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs, and also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. A misfire there, but this has been a thoroughly dominating performance. And now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Pressure is coming. Looking deep for late game heroics. And it's hauled in, catch made way downfield. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
What an advantage and weapon for this offense to have a tight end that can get this open downfield. You know, he has both the physicality of a fullback and the downfield presence of a wide receiver. Such an advantage going against these undersized defenders, and he made that touchdown look easy.
Automatic on the PAT. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Number 46 set to kick this one away.
On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. With his home crowd ready to celebrate a very satisfying home victory. Caught in the backfield. It's Hamilton. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's second down here. Movement here from the tight end. He'll look to throw it here on second down. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. And it'll be forced out of bounds right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, that is a clinic by this defense on this quarterback run. String him out to the sideline, nowhere for him to go. All he could do is step out of bounds for no gain.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's in the clear. Past the 50. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the defense joins the scoring party now.
Chris, how about the defense coming up with a huge play here? Not only the turnover, but it leads them to a score with a touchdown on this interception. Now they're trying to get back into this game. They may have a shot to make it a lot closer than what we thought.
Now the all-important extra point. And there's the point after.
That makes the score. Clemson 34, Penn State 23.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Now the kick is wrapped up by the hands team, and that should be enough to secure the victory. They can kneel down and get out of here with a W.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Short loss on the play sets up second and long from the 18. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Clemson.
The Tigers will send their punt team onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And he boots it high into the air. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock expires. That will wrap up this game. He came in expecting, Kirk, one of the best matchups of the season. In the end, number one.